Hello everybody, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. The home shirt has been released and now the away kit has been released. This is my take on Newcastle United's very green away kit. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. A very green kit. A very green away kit. Look, let's be honest, Newcastle United aren't hiding this Saudi link at all. And you can see that with the shirt that's going to be on your screen any second now. Look, in general, just looking at it, I haven't been to the club shop and seen what it looks like yet. I don't mind it. It's not the worst, it's not the best. I have to be honest, I don't really buy a lot of kits anymore. I just buy the home kit occasionally. But for me, the things that I do like, I like the collar. So if you can see this, obviously I know it's the front of A and forget all about that, but the actual collar of just there, it's very similar to what we've got with the green top and obviously the home kit as well this season. I like that. I think that's actually it's really nice. I think it's just a little bit nicer on the eye, better feel. Look, I have to be honest, I like a collar in terms of a kit. I've always liked a collar. I think it just, I don't know, for me, it looks better. It's a bit more appealing on the eye to me, but I understand that some people are very different. In regards to the actual top itself, in terms of how green it is and how, it's don't get me wrong, it's not as bad as it was a few years ago where we had the green and the purple. I thought that was one of the worst kits we've ever had, and it's not essentially the worst kit we've ever seen, but I don't know. I think when you go and see it, and you'd be like straight away, you know straight away going, oh, I really like this. But for me, if I was going to give it a rating out of 10, I'd probably give it a 6 without seeing it. But maybe if I did see it and I thought, well, it actually looks a bit better on the eye, I would probably say an 8. People will automatically, in terms of non-Newcastle fans, will go, oh, look at the Saudis are putting a green kit on and it's X, Y, and Z. You're going to have to get used to this. We're going to have to get used to this now. I'm not saying it's going to be a green kit every single year. So last season, of course, there was the green and white kit, essentially, at St. James. I was going to say at St. James's, but in terms of Newcastle playing a few games, obviously I remember the Everton game where we won by 4-1, where obviously we wore that kit. Newcastle United are trying to build a brand, if you're looking from the business side of things, and one of the leading lights for them is Saudi Arabia. Nobody really has tapped into that market. And now Newcastle are owned by the Saudis. This is something that's going to happen more and more often. Obviously, Lee was in Saudi Arabia in December, and you can tell that it was starting to grow. Now you've got Salah into the mix as well. I like the fact that the Salah name isn't. I would say that when you look at something like a Fun 8, for example, it's like overpowering. I don't think it is that with the kit. It's just nice. It's just neat enough, which I think is a bonus. But look, you're going to have to start getting used to this. And do I like that in general? I'm not 100% fully on board with that for reasons we do know of. But every country has their own issues. And I suppose when you look at it, people always have self-conflicting reasons for this. And some Newcastle fans don't mind it. I still feel a little bit uneasy towards it, but when you look at the success of the football club, that's ultimately my reason why I support Newcastle United, is the ultimate success. Now, would I go and see Saudi Arabia versus Mexico at St. James's Park in an international friendly? No, I wouldn't. That's just me personally, but then again, I don't mind watching England occasionally, but I wouldn't go and see Saudi Arabia versus Mexico at St. James's Park. But I understand from a business point of view, from a brand point of view, why they are doing that. They are showcasing Saudi Arabia at one of the biggest Premier League grounds and one of the most recognisable grounds in England. Now, we have seen other examples where we've seen Brazil play at the Emirates, we've seen other teams play at Craven Cottage in terms of just international friendlies. We have seen that, but there will be a lot more spotlight on this. Is it fair? Is it not? I'll let you decide in regards to that. But it is certainly interesting to see what's going on in regards to that. But one person definitely not going to be in that green kit, just to wrap things up, is Dominic SZOBOSZLAI. He is on his way to Liverpool. David Ornstein from The Athletic has confirmed that he will be going to Liverpool. Newcastle have pulled out of the race. His release clause is due today as we record on the 30th of June. So yeah, not one that Newcastle are going to go down with. But Pete Graves has mentioned that Newcastle have got a lot of different ideas in terms of what they're going to do in this transfer window, and it is still early June. Tonali to be announced early next week. Livramento they're still keen on. Watch this space when it comes to Newcastle United. But that is just a little roundup of everything today. New green kit, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and we'll talk about transfers. What's not to like? Should be a busy week and a busy weekend. Of course, got so much coming up on Newcastle Fans Day. We've got a Greenwood and Mullins show on Sunday. We've got a few more this month. We've got some fantastic guests, so it should be really, really something to look forward to. But yeah, this is me, Jonny, and that was the roundup for today. Like and subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV, and we'll see you all very soon.